Borderlands 4 could have been the best looter shooter ever, and maybe it still can be. But right now, instead of epic raids through dungeons or massive world bosses, we're gonna be grinding world codes and waiting for DLCs. Now what's good everyone, it's Verti, and today we're diving into the Borderlands 4 that could have been. I'll break down dungeons, raids, crafting, hubs, trading, and show you why these features could have taken Borderlands to a whole nother level. And hey, whether you agree or think I'm completely off my rocker, drop your dream endgame ID in the comments, I will read every single one of them. So why does this endgame thing matter? Now look, the one thing we know is the game nails the leveling. The campaign is fun, the guns are ridiculous, and the builds can be wild. But like a lot of looter shooters, it struggles with the big question at the end. Now what now? So once you hit max level, the loop becomes predictable. Farm bosses, chase legendaries, chase underbarrels, then repeat. When you compare it to Destiny, Division, or ARPGs like Path of Exile, Diablo, Borderlands just doesn't stack up. And that's important because Endgame is what gives these games legs. It's the difference between a game that you finish in 50 hours and the game that you log into for years. Borderlands 4 had the chance to take some pages from the ARPGs and from the already established looter shooters and create something that keeps us grinding for long after the credits have rolled. Now hey, if you want more Borderlands breakdowns like this one, or builds, guides, ideas for what Borderlands 4 could have been, hit subscribe. It helps the channel a ton and I got plenty more coming for you good fellas. So what this mythical endgame could have been? Now the first step for me is obvious. Dungeons. Instance content with scaling difficulty, mechanics to master, and a big loot chest in the end. Imagine taking a drill station or an ordered bunker and just expanding that to a 15 to 30 minute challenge. Something that would demand coordination and not just raw DPS. And then you have raids. This is where the game could have made history. 4, 8, 12 players, I don't care. Working to puzzle phases, boss immunity shields, wipe mechanics. The kind of fight that you simply cannot solo. Now the raids in Destiny are legendary because they force teamwork. Division's raids might not be as beloved, but they set the standard for shooter MMO style content. And more importantly, they exist. Borderlands 4 has the chaos, the humor, and the absurd firepower, so it had the chance to create something even more memorable than these. Imagine a raid boss that changes mid-fight for all different reasons like shields, damage types, and it's just forcing everyone to swap a loadout. Or a raid where Claptrap is your guide and he just fucks up everything. I mean, that would be peak Borderlands, and it's the type of content that would have people coming back for week after week. But now let's talk about world bosses. So right now, Borderlands 4 we have invincible bosses. They're gonna be fun, but they're gonna be solo fights. What we need is something closer to Diablo 4's massive bosses, or even my ultimate dream, World of Warcraft world bosses. Encounters so big that you can see them on the map pulling in groups of players just to take them down. Now, look, picture this. You're cruising around Kairos in your Diggy Runner, and suddenly you see a colossal Order War machine straight from the distance, just stomping across the fate fields. Dozens of players converge, rockets are flying, ultimates are popping, chaos everywhere. And when it finally kicks the bucket, the loot pool is unique, rare, and it is actually worth showing up for. Now that's the kind of spectacle that would create some mega connection to the game, not just chasing the drops. But after this, it's time to go even wilder. Imagine walking into Sanctuary and actually seeing other players. Not just NPCs and menus, but a living hub, people trading gear, showing off the true endgame of any kind of social game. Transmogs, yes, gear. Now trading is controversial, but let's be real. It does create community. So Destiny survived without it. Sure. Diablo, Path of Exile, and all the ARPGs thrive on it. Even a basic auction house or just a limited barter system would have added longevity. But then there's my favorite thing in the whole world in any game, crafting. So look, right now, once you hit level 50, you basically stop looking for 90% of the loot. Grays, greens, blues, they are trash. Even epics to a certain extent are mostly ignored. At least once you'll know the silhouettes, you just know what you're looking for, or more specifically, what you do not look for. So crafting could have changed all of that. Just think about reforging your old epics into something usable, slamming items together like in last epoch, that would go so fucking hard. Or even just the basic shallow system where all you do is reload certain parts or upgrade some rarities. It would instantly make the farming more exciting and not invalidate your time put in if you don't get anything that you're looking for. Because for me, the real endgame in Borderlands isn't just actually getting the loot, it's wanting to keep on doing that grind. And that comes with variety and with other systems supporting it. Which means these would keep that desire alive. So, why didn't we get any of this? Now, some of it could be tech limitation. I'm a dumbass. But with Unreal Engine 5, most of these features should absolutely be possible. The bigger issue, I think, is probably the fear of that MMO creep. So Borderlands have always been a co-op shooter first. Fine. That's why we love it. And maybe Gearbox is worried about going bigger would just alienate that core audience. But here's the thing, and hear me out. So Destiny proved it works. Division proved it works. ARPGs like Diablo, Path of Exile, Last Epoch are popular grind games for a reason. Players want more to just log in for the story DLCs. 2K and Gearbox had the chance to borrow the best systems of every single game and give them that chaotic twist that only this franchise can. Now, instead, for now, we're left with vault cards and seasonal bounty packs, and then, let's be honest, nobody is really high for farming on the barrels. But at the end of the day, the game already has the most creative guns in gaming. It has humor, chaos, and the style that makes it stand out. Now, imagine if it also had raids, Diablo-style world bosses. Imagine if it had crafting, trading, social hubs full of other players. Whoo! Now that's the Borderlands for Endgame that could have made it the ultimate looter shooter. So I want to hear from you. What do you want? Would you like raids in Borderlands? Do you just want it to stay pure co-op shooter, nothing else? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Jesus, I can't speak anymore. Now, if you want to grind the raid like me, hit that like button, subscribe for more Borderlands content, because maybe, just maybe, if we keep talking about it, we'll actually get some of it. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.